A pleasant good evening and welcome to SAT TV's Channel 9 Evening News. I'm your presenter, Larry Darroch. Thank you for joining us. Among the major developments, Goodwood resident lucky to be alive after accident. Grenada government salary payments delayed. Mexico's Enrique Pena Nieto wins presidential election. Marino Blasters has been crowned as the new champions of the Dominica Cricket Association. Details of these and other stories after the break.
Telecommunications Ltd has obtained the exclusive rights to the 2012 Olympic Games held in the United Kingdom, and these games are the largest in history to date. The impact of these games will bring millions of viewers to the television screen. Telecommunications is a supporter of the Olympics, and in extension, we support the sportsmen and the women of Dominica. Join hands with Telecommunications Ltd and support our sportsmanship. Gold sponsorships at $20,000, silver at $10,000, and bronze at $5,000.
Thank you for staying with us. Now for the details of the news. With a new building and a new name, 87 students graduated from the Business Training Center College on June 29th. This year, the Business Training Center moved into a new building which allowed them to offer a more varied package and also went rigid organizational changes to be registered as a tertiary education institution. Director of the college, Ms. Lucia Stedman, says they have welcomed with the necessary changes for the betterment of the institution and the growth of the country.
BTC is now officially BTC College. Concurrent with that new name is a new focus and new goals. We are completing the final physical requirements, the legal aspects as well. We cater right now for persons, not just those who dropped out of high school, and would like to try to change the mindset of our people that BTC is not just about persons who did not complete high school. BTC is now a full-fledged college, as we are also offering undergraduate degrees.
She says that when registering for a program, one has to think about one's future, that whatsoever one is doing now should reflect on their future.
How do you take what you have done now and transfer it on the international market? What is the international market? It's not just the Caribbean, it's the UK, it's the US. You should not be restricted to the US market only. You're not sure where you're going to fall one day. The BTC Associate degree has been designed with the various affiliate schools that we are affiliated with. So for example, a person who's doing an associate degree in business administration will have the opportunity to do programs from the University of Cambridge.
Featured speaker at the ceremony, Ms. Celia Nicholas' message was that education empowers, that educational institution plays a distinctive role in the gradual progression of students.
Ms. Lucia Stedman, in her quest to contribute to the development needs of young people and mature adults seeking secondary and tertiary education, respectively, undertook a signal, substantial project, an investment in the educational sector of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Her visionary spirit, self-confidence, and self-determination should inspire not only students of the class of 2012, but all of us to dissociate from the pervasive state dependency syndrome.
She asked the graduates to be the change that they want to see in the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Use your chosen career and commitment to a cause to make things better. In everything you do, build people up, not tear them down, commend them, offer an affirming word. At this juncture, if you have not already done so, give consideration to your mandate in life.
The graduates also presented a song. Some of the outstanding awards went to Ms. Glenda Castle for Secretarial Administration, and the Principal of a Kong prizes went to Kenya Javis and Trinidad Benjamin. Saturday, June 30th was the installation of new officers of the Dominica Lions and Leos Club. Lions boasts 46,000 clubs worldwide, making it one of the world's largest service organizations. Minister of Social Services Honorable Gloria Shillingford says that the government is grateful for the significant contributions that the Lions and Leo clubs have been making in the area of health, education, and community development.
While the role of government is to provide the basic necessities to allow citizens to have a dignified and comfortable life, it is the citizens themselves who have to come together in social groups and organizations to take initiatives to refine and enhance the quality of life among their people. The spirit of cooperation and love of one's fellow men, which drives persons to join service organizations, is indeed a blessing to any country.
She expressed her appreciation for the services of clubs like Lions and Leos while harnessing the synergies of the youth and more mature citizens to achieve enhanced productivity for themselves and the greater development of communities here in Dominica.
Lions and Leos are therefore role models to point others in the right direction. As the Lions will mentor the Leos, so should the Leos mentor the rest of the youth in Dominica. This is critical for our youth so that they can be kept away from negative behaviors and so inculcate in them an understanding of the mature or the nature of service to people and country and the willingness to be part of the development process.
Featured speaker Her Worship Evelina Baptist says that whilst it is extremely commendable and necessary to continue this service, she wants them to consider how imperative it is for the club to assume a role in assisting the young members of the community to attain a vision.
Doing so, I assure you, will help save Dominica's young people to negotiate from the moral, ethical, and social chaos that they appear to be slipping into. And how significant would be your influence if such an undertaking were to ripple to the 44,500 clubs in the 191 countries where your club exists. You could be a substantial contributor to saving the next generation from what I regard as impending social anarchy.
She tried to convince them that the job of providing aid to the youth is as much theirs as it is the government's of non-government organizations or any other individual can contribute.
The success of young people will depend on their ability to be resourceful, self-confident, creative, and self-managing, and that it is essential also they have good presentation and people skill and a critical thinking. And I also add that they must be hardworking, respectful not only to their parents and elders and to each other, but to the physical environment.
Outgoing Leo President Leo Stacy says she was able to understand and grow a lot more in Leoism than last year.
I learned and experienced change through the eyes of my members. I understood better that hard work meant having a sense of balance. A sense of balance in the club, that correction came even from those you least expected, and that each member looked to achieve a sense of purpose. More so, I understand better what was meant by collaboration.
Two of the members have served on the district cabinet for 2012 to 2013. Leo Diana will serve as the associate chair for the literacy and reading program, and Leo Louisiana will be the zone chairman for overseas clubs in Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, Montserrat, and Dominica. We now go to Ms. Desdin Joseph for a report.
Right now we're at the Anzime community where the official launch of the reunion is being held. Residents of the Anzime community made it clear that they want the village to move forward at the official ceremony held on Sunday, July 1st. Chairperson of the village, Mr. Joseph Williams, believes that negativity needs to be avoided at all times. Mr. Williams mentioned that Anzime has over 4 white sand beaches and many other beautiful features, and this is what the residents need to focus on. He says he cannot do it on his own and these things do not happen overnight.
As this team say, reuniting our effort, embracing each other. I ask of you here today, the time out for a reminding day to really think back about what it meant. Let us today, 1st of July 2012, be the day we change our mindset and move the community forward. The majority of us want to see this community move forward. Let us not allow a few who have negative flow throughout their vein, allow it to remain that way.
According to Mr. Williams, the government is working hard to help and improve the village. However, everyone has to work together in order to see the betterment.
Let us encourage each other to strive for excellency. Let us reach out to one another. Whether we live in this community or overseas, let us make this community a better place in Dominica. I mean a better place in Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have about 5 beaches in this community, 4 white sanded beaches that we know we are proud of. We do have a fishing community where we have the people from Vekas, Thibault, Paybush come in this community. We in terms as a community should actually embrace each other and make this a better place for us to live.
Minister for Agriculture and Forestry, Mr. Matthew Walter, believes 2012 will be successful. He explains in further details.
My dear friends, to organize and implement a reunion, it's not an easy task. There are many persons that think of that it is a bed of roses. But the organization and implementation of any reunion, the previous reunions that have been held in several communities around Dominica, it has not been an easy task for them.
Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit applauds the chairman for the tremendous effort he has made so far.
If I were to vote for somebody who stands out, not only in this part of the country, but the entire country as a whole, I would certainly vote for my friend, the chairman of the Village Council, Mr. Williams, for the kind of investment he has made in this part of Dominica. He has in fact taken this bold step, and contrary to the people who spend a lot of time on the internet talking a bunch of nonsense or on the radio, he is a very unassuming person, but has a vision for this community and has put his dollars where his mouth is and investing to create jobs and sustainable jobs for the people of Benz, Anzime, and the entire country.
I'm Desmond Joseph reporting for SAT TV News. I'm back to you, Larry.
Thank you, Deslin, for that report. It was a very momentous day as students from a number of primary schools island-wide all gathered in the fishing village of Soufriere for the annual Soufriere Scottshead Marine Reserve Day SSMR on Saturday, June 30th. Chief Fisheries Officer in the Fisheries Division, Mr. Andrew Maglow, says that the SSMR Day has been conducted annually since 1995, which is a climax of the Marine Environment Program that is conducted in the schools. The Fisheries Division visits the schools where they discuss and talk about environmental matters, all in the effort to educate the students on the importance of preserving the marine environment.
The last Saturday in June, we come to Soufriere in a celebration of the Marine Reserve, Soufriere Scottshead Marine Reserve, and we conduct here quiz competitions among the various schools. The prize-winning component for that previous competition is a computer. That will be the first prize winner, and then we offer other prizes to various schools. What we've found that over the last few years, we've had the Bagatelle School having won the 2010 and the 2011 first prize, with a tie with the Atkinson Primary School in 2011.
Mr. Magro pointed out that SSMR Day was established to give primary school students an understanding in the principle of marine reserves. He explains further the purpose of the program.
This program seeks to not only speak to the question of conservation of our resources, but it also speaks to the whole framework about how people are supposed to look at the resources that they have around them and to ensure that they can utilize them in a very unique and user-friendly manner that will allow you to have those resources for a very, 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 very long time. So that is the focus about it. And we felt that this was a very good way, not only to take the children out of the classroom setting, and to bring them to Scottsdale Soufriere, where they can firsthand experience what we're referring to in terms of the facet assets of the marine reserve in itself.
The fisheries officer added that they felt over the years that they needed to protect the SSMR as it is a unique area because of the formation of the bay as a result of volcanic activity, which makes it the premier dive site in the country. He said it is necessary to set up the reserve to allocate areas for users to ensure that the users take ownership of the areas of the SSMR and utilize it in a manner that it is user-friendly, and to ensure that the long-term sustainability of the resources for the current and many other generations to come.
As we do in Fisheries Division, our focus is about trying to get the Dominican public to, we speak of health and wellness as a nation, and we see that is closely linked to the utilization of fish. So one of our strong central focuses is to teach our people and to get our people not only through education processes, but to demonstrate that by showing that we grow what we eat, and we actually eat and consume what we actually produce and do. So for us, we want Dominicans to consume more fish, and we want Dominicans to consume more of our locally produced fish.
The students participated in a quiz competition where they were quizzed on the marine environment.
So here's the question again. What type of fishing is not allowed in the SSMR?
Really?
Go ahead.
Fishing
Okay, correct. Spear fishing, correct. All right.
At the end of the quiz competition, the students all received a boat tour of the reserve, which they enjoyed while learning more useful information on the environment. One elderly man was transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital early on the morning of Saturday, June 30th, following a vehicular accident on the Pottersville Highway. The victim, Mr. Rudolph Pond of Goodwill, says he was on his way to work just after 5 a.m. when the incident took place. He says that he was coming down from Goodwill Road in the vicinity of DBPL and stopped on the stoplight.
I saw cars of the car pass, then I saw Earl Shillingford. I waved him. As I am going, I just feel I might transport here. I myself hanging outside. I don't know which transport come out, where they come out. And I just feel I hanging outside, but it's a good thing it's strapped. I just strap, so I hold it at the one side of the wheel, and the transport take me from there and throw me right on the other side of the job. I don't know anything about that kind of fire. I just can't tell you. I just see smoke. I don't know where it come out. I can't tell you. And I get a blow on my side.
He said, and I quote, "The road was clear, so I drove off, and out of nowhere a car just hit me with a speed," end quote. Mr. Pond's Suzuki Escudo Jeep registration number PJ159 was hit on the front hand side near the back door as he almost completed driving out from the stoplight.
It was clear because I stopped there. I saw a car pass. Then I saw Earl Shillingford. I didn't stop. I was see Earl Shillingford. I saw Earl going on. I waved him. And as I am going up, I almost cross. I just feel like in the air. I just see, when I do that, I just smoke. And I just see her in the air. I don't know where Mr. come out, where he come out in the fire, I don't know.
So you're saying based on the impact, it seems the other driver had a considerable speed?
Oh, he had speed, not considerable. You see damage on the vehicle? And I was hanging outside of the vehicle, If I was in this strap, I would follow from the vehicle. I was hanging out my whole body. There was hanging out from the side of the vehicle.
He also added that if he did not have his seatbelt on, he would have been injured badly or could have been killed, as he was hanging out of the vehicle during the violent impact. He complained of right side pains and his movement is limited as it is painful when he moves. The driver of the Honda Integra registration number PE053, which collided with Mr. Punch Jeep Mr. Rene Peter of Castle Comfort, says that he was driving down from Mau at the time of the accident.
I saw a Jeep on the stop line, so I continued coming, and he just cut across, and the only thing I could do is brakes.
Mr. Peter says when the Jeep cut across him, although pressing his brakes firmly to avoid the collision, it was too late and there was nothing else he could do to avoid the accident. He added that it was a good thing that no one was seriously injured in this unfortunate incident. Although both vehicles received serious damage from the collision, the Honda Integra got the worst of it all. Investigations into the accident continues. The Arak House of Culture was filled with proud parents and teachers as the St. Mary's Academy SMA students graduated and received the Achievement Awards on Friday, June 29th. 46 young men graduated under the chosen theme, Together We Rise to Commence a New Journey.
Under the chosen theme, Together We Stand to Commence a New Journey. These words imply that you, dear graduates, have already experienced a journey as you are currently embarking on a new one. So, your expectations are high. Obviously not wanting to make the same mistakes of the past. For this journey, I suggest that you follow the right path and your dreams. Let no one discourage you. Enjoy the process of your quest. The results will come.
Minister of Education Mr. Peter Seja mentioned to the graduates that they should all be appreciative towards their parents. Mr. Seja believes that it is because of them that the students got this far.
You are equally proud of your sons today. Graduates, your mothers and fathers have been the lighthouse that brought you home when you lost your way. They are simply the best part of your lives. I want to give a very special thank you to the principal and staff of St. Mary's Academy for your leadership and service. Indeed, as a ministry, we appreciate your hard work and your dedication. Graduates, I can truly identify with you today because some 30 years ago I stood where you are today.
He says SMA stands for Smartest Men Alive, and true SMA students keep it moving.
You will surely rise together. If you are to rise together, you must do so with the inherent characteristics of a true SMA graduate, the smartest man alive. You are part of a tradition of people of character who value hard work and treasure loyalty to church, to families, to state, and to country.
Valedictorian Mr. Cornell John Baptist certainly made his class, teachers, and parents proud. He reminisced on the most memorable times he shared within his years at the SMA, as well as great tips and advice for his fellow classmates.
This year's class was renowned for innovation and talent. Take for example Adrian Fancy, Dovan Laura, Cameron John Baptist, and Ethan Thomas are just a few who produced advertisements of the World Creative Music Festival for the Information Technology SVA, which look better than the original. We have musicians here such as Sheldon Alfred, three-time junior monarch and current guitar player for the Triple K band. Denzel Laura, a grade 6 clarinet player. Maxavian Allen, also known as Ace, who produces beats for hip-hop artists both here and abroad.
Mr. Kyle Thomas and Sharon Burton received special awards for being the top 2 students. This has been a local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.